Hello, my name is James Thorpe. I'm a managing editor here at Centurion Media. I'm delighted to be chatting today here at ISC West with Chris Hugman, who is the CEO of System Surveyor, finding out a little bit about his background in the industry and the trends they're seeing in the market, as well as their solutions. Chris, firstly, thank you for taking the time to join me today at ISC West. It's great to be speaking with you.
Yeah, good to be with you.
Thank you. And I want to just take a bit of a start by talking a little bit about yourself and your time in the industry. You've got over 20 years of experience in the security space.
Right.
Can you just tell us a little bit firstly about how you've seen, I guess, the role of the integrator change in that time and how you see the landscape currently now?
Yeah, it's been an interesting evolution over that 20 years. When I first came to the industry, IP networking was just getting started in the industry. And so now, of course, it's evolved so much, and so much is going to the cloud and things like that. So it's been quite an evolution. There's such a broad array of technology in the security industry. We still have those hardwire sensors, but we have a lot of advanced technology, including video analytics and things that are driven by AI that are so interesting and helpful. So the evolution has been remarkable. And we've gone from the system integrator that was more of a dealer, kind of a small, what would be called a mom and pop shop, to now you have several regional or national integrators that are highly sophisticated, and they use systems that are highly sophisticated, and they're worried about their workflow and that sort of thing. So the industry has really evolved over time and become much more sophisticated.
Yeah, you use the word evolution there, and also tying into that sophistication piece. One of the things I think is really interesting is when you look at that, I guess you say that more local mum and pop kind of PDF kind of spreadsheet approach. Right. We're now moving to a space where we need things a little, often case more streamlined and slick, and I'm sure that's a lot of the conversations you have on the larger integration piece.
Absolutely.
So with that in mind, for those who might not know, who work in the integration space, what are those benefits you're offering, with your platform?
Yeah. Well, what we do is we offer the integrator a tool to use for their site survey, what's called their site survey. That's when they go out to a customer and they're talking with the customer about the security situation that they have. Yes. And they clearly have been called out there to address a particular problem or a need, create some coverage, or create a security solution. Yeah. And so our platform allows them to use a floor plan to drag and drop where they want to place all the various devices that they might want, and then discuss with the customer what that solution looks like. Yeah. Over time, that's evolved from a notepad to maybe using a cell phone to capture photos. And now with System Surveyor, you can do it all within a tablet application. And coming soon, we'll have a phone application as well that will be able to do that. So you can drag and drop a device on a floor plan, snap open your camera, take a photo, mark that up, and then capture it right there. And that becomes the record that you can use to develop the ultimate solution for the customer.
So you were just touching on that portable aspect then, about making, where an integrator might be in the field and isn't tied to a desk traditionally, how important is it to really be able to just fit seamlessly into their workflow with your solution?
Well, the real opportunity there is that it's the ability to connect with your customer. Yeah. Earlier, you mentioned something about connection. And the ability to show a customer what you want to do visually is a true game changer. And that's where our customers find the greatest value. When you can show them a design like that and say, here's what we're planning to do, and they can weigh in real time to say, well, I need more coverage in this area of my building or that sort of thing. Now you can adjust into some more collaborative, connected experience with the customer. And that's really the value. And that's what you want. For any customer, any client, any company, you want to be able to work collaboratively for that ultimate solution, especially in security when it's such a critical part of a business.
Yeah, fantastic. And if we're looking at the proposal delivery time specifically as well, we were chatting off camera about some of the returns you deliver for your clients who are currently working with you in terms of cutting that time down and letting them to win that business. Can you share some of those metrics and numbers with us, with our viewers?
Absolutely. And we've gotten a lot of feedback on this and surveyed our customers so that we can make sure we're accurate. But what we're finding is that by using this and the visual collaboration, we've reduced the number of proposals back and forth by a factor of 2. So normally it would be 4 proposals that would go back and forth. Now it's only 2. And how do we do that is the customer weighs in on that design up front. And so you're not making mistakes, you're not making assumptions that then are later overturned. And then the second, so that reduces the sales cycle, and it also increases your sales close rate. And so that in itself is an ROI that is worth the price of subscription, if you will.
Absolutely. And I think efficiency is a conversation for not just solutions and software providers, but in the hardware space as well in our industry. It's kind of the core messaging that we're all trying to focus on really is, people need to save time. It's like you say, the market's changed so significantly, and you've seen that in your time as well. If an integrator walks into the stand now and said, what impact would I see immediately by partnering with System Surveyor, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I would absolutely say you're going to sell more, and you're going to make it you're going to reduce your sales cycle. Yeah. And on top of that, as you go forward in the operations, you're going to improve your gross margins because you're doing a better job capturing the requirements up front.
Yeah.
And so those are some of the benefits that we have. And now what we're doing with our system is we've opened it up for integration with other platforms. Yeah. And so that even makes it more efficient to flow into other systems, your proposal platform, or your other ERP that helps you install those systems. And so that's a key strategy that we have, is maintaining that open platform.
Yeah, I was going to say that open approach must be a real core benefit when you're speaking to prospects, because I think people are often afraid of the overhaul and the rip and the replace idea and concept. It's like that's not what you're suggesting. It's working alongside and trying to actually benefit the existing technology as well, as far as I'm aware. Is that right?
Well, that's right. In most cases, when people are working with System Surveyor, they're replacing, even a pen and paper.
Yeah.
We're not replacing an existing system because there's just not a lot of folks that are doing what we do.
Yeah.
And we can take it right up to their proposal. Yeah. And they already have a proposal system in most cases. And so we can work with that as well in that open platform.
That's really interesting. And just for some final comments, as we look a little bit more broadly across the industry and the role of the integrator, I guess in 2026, what do you see as the future? How do you see this is going to keep going? And also, what are you doing to pivot to stay ahead of the curve on that as well?
Well, gosh, I think the future.
Sorry.
Well, I say that because the future for the integrator is very bright.
Yeah.
There is so much opportunity out there for a qualified and quality security integrator. And so we're seeing that really play out. So many of our customers are growing and adding to their platforms and things. And so there's a lot of conversation broadly about artificial intelligence, AI, how it will displace jobs, things like that. It's not going to happen in the security industry. There is too much that has to be done in the field. That requires a unique set of experience that is not necessarily transferable from site to site. Every customer location has a different set of requirements.
Yeah.
And so it requires somebody with experience to be able to do that. And as we deliver better systems, we enable them to do their jobs even better for their clients. But it's a very bright future for system integrators. That's a hard job.
Yeah.
There is a couple of hundred vendors here at this show, and they are required to know something about all of it.
Yeah.
Which is tough enough.
Yeah.
And so we want to help by helping them layer in those systems in the design, and then working with manufacturers to bring some intelligence to help them with that process.
6 times. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate it. Thank you.